get it started. What's going on, everybody? Just thought to, jump on here, talk about a little something. It's late Sunday night. Put it up for the week this week. I just been in a funk, dude. I've been had a bad fucking weekend. I got myself in more than one predicament, and it's a fucking bummer, man. But it is what it is, and that's what it'll be, and that's okay, because it's got to be something, because nothing will come from nothing, and I don't want nothing. It's just fuck, I've been real depressed and stuff lately, and it's just, I don't know. It's been rough, man. You get in your own way. I get my own way. I made a video a while back. It's on my page. But I just got in some kind of funk lately, I don't want to wear these headphones. And just basically it's like, I don't know. It's just been real rough on me lately. I've been real hard on myself, I guess. I run myself through the ringer mentally on everything, and I know I ain't the only one going through it or having problems by any means. And having somebody like you guys, like a crowd or something to talk to, even though it's like a camera I'm looking at now, it's just like I don't feel like I'm that alone with the crowd and stuff. It's just it's rough sometimes out there. It's rough in these streets, of life. I'm running down dirty rivers now, dude. I want to be down some clean, I want to be running down that clear fucking spring water, that you find when you're hiking in the mountains, and all of a sudden there's a spring and you get something to drink, But it just ain't been that way, and that's just the reality of it. I've had a rough year, man. And it's been pretty nuts, actually. So much has happened, so much has been so crazy, it's been real hard to adapt, and it's just been like crazy dealing with changes and stuff. And it's a lot, it piles up. I definitely don't want to bottle anything, you know what I mean? But it's like it piles up big time. And so for me, it's like stress piles, big, like stacks like fucking, stacks like bricks, Stress just, it's like a Tetris, it's like the best, stress is like the best Tetris player ever. They just stack them shits without a missed line. And, it's a bummer, man. I hate feeling that way. And it seems like every year I get stressed out about the same time of the year, Things get rough about the same time of year every year. It's like a pattern I've noticed for the past few years. Of course, I guess they say you create your own patterns and lead the life you want to live and stuff, but, life throws you curveballs. And they ain't all right down the line, But, stress piles up, man, and I do, dude. I buckle sometimes, I get weak in my emotion, and I buckle. And ain't nothing wrong with that, in the sense that it's a healthy thing. That's like how humans, and like that ensures my survival, to be broken down and realize what it takes to come back up. It's just a lot of the times it's really hard to get back up. And it's really hard to always keep a 100% positive view. But I got a lot of things looking up for me, a lot of things that I'm really thankful for. You know, some life events that have happened recently have been really just a blessing, dropped right down from the skies, you know. It's like, you know, Jesus dropped a little gift basket for me, you know. You know, in employment terms, you know. And I'm thankful for that forever. Forever indebted. But, you know, you get the ups and you get the downs. And a lot of the times lately, it just, man, I'm telling you, like these past few weeks, it's just been a damn challenge, you know. I've really been on myself. I've been hard on myself. I've been hard on others. And that ain't really how I want to be. And that ain't who I want to be, you know. And that ain't who I am. It's who I became. And I know that, and I'm aware of that. And I think that's a good sign, you know. When you're aware of something like that, you know then that there's an issue that needs changed, needs addressed. I just don't, you know. It's a lot sometimes, man. It's a lot to. It's easier to say than do, as they say. But it is what it is, man. You know, a lot of things are good, and I do got a lot to be thankful for. You know, I'm not sitting here, you know, woe was me the whole time, but I'm just saying, you know, we're not all happy 100% of the time. We ain't all got rainbows flying out of our asses all the time. And I want to be. I really do, in a way. I mean, those people are creepy. Let's be honest. Those people are creepy a little bit. The fucking guy who's always super happy, too happy. You know, let's get real. You know, everybody's got a little adversity. You know, and that makes us grow. But, you know, you get them rain clouds some days, man. And for me, it's been like a few weeks. And then in general, like all the last year was cloudy as fuck. Had a few sunny days, you know. That was it. And here we are, you know, facing, you know, halfway through this year already. I'm, you know, questioning again, you know. Don't know if it's something that happens when you get a certain age. Don't know if it's something that's like, excuse me, if it's just like that everybody goes through, or what. It's not like self-doubt or nothing like that. It's just like damn depression, you know. You get depressed a little bit, not make, because there's people who are legit clinically depressed, and there's also people who do it for them pills, you know. But I don't fucking take medicine like that and shit, so I deal with this all on my own. And I got a video I mentioned at the beginning of this video about having someone to talk to, and having, you know, having that rock in your life, someone you can, whether it's a friend or a mother or a family or whatever, you know, or a mother, brother, sister, whatever it is. And even though I do have people there for me, when you get such a cloud over your head, you just don't feel like you do. You start to wonder, you start to question everybody's damn, you know, how genuine they are, and wondering what the hell would they want to help me for after what I've done and all I've done and things, you know, a lot of the times. And so it gets really debilitating to the everyday of it, the everyday of shoving through, you know. Depression sucks, man. Having feelings of depression, it's heavy for anybody who experiences it. For some people, it's extraordinarily different. For others, for some, it's just one, maybe just a small period through, in their life at one point where they had experienced some depression. But through depression, you got to look for the light. It's like I always say it, man. I think a comedian said it, but I heard it and I always say it because I love it. And it's like, if you ain't laughing, you ain't living. So like, if you ain't laughing at, poking some fun at some terrible situation, no matter what it may be, it's a shining light on something so dark. And I think that's healthy, And so whenever you have depression like that, and you have like stress built up, a lot, piled high, it's that adversity. You force yourself to really, dig down and figure out what's going on, and really address a lot of things. And I just think that, anxiety's got a lot to do with stress. It kind of comes with it. Whenever you do start stressing really bad, you start to think about what's going to stress me next. My current stressors, are they going to get aggravated and be more so today with however I wake up or whatever's going on? Or, am I, always kind of like this anxious feeling of like, like something happening, like something bad's about to happen. Not like bad, but just like you just are always almost looking over your shoulder for some form of deception or something from somebody, and that's just not, it's not healthy, man. And it's just like depression really gets your mind going in a crazy way. So if you got something that really brings you down, something that's really knocked you off your level a little bit, then you got to find a way to vent that stuff out, and if I don't have a physical person to talk to at the time, I'll talk to this microphone, and whoever views the whole video, and I feel that love from those people who watch it and not just like, just click on this stuff, because I can see like how many minutes of my videos and stuff's getting watched, so I can tell who's seeing what I'm saying and stuff. And it's like, for the people that sticks through, man, it really means a lot, because like I said, it may just be this microphone and that camera lens, but at the end of it, it's 68 people who subscribe to me, and I think that are there for me in some sense or the other. Whether I have a entertaining podcast with a guest or a friend or whatever, or if I have something that I do on my own, videos maybe like this one, or what I call medication, lack thereof. Different productions, man. It's just different things. It's different times I feel like doing different things, and I still want to put it all out there because it really helps take a weight off my shoulder, It makes me feel like maybe I ain't so, it ain't so weighted down sometimes, I got a lot dependent on me, and we can just say that I ain't been able to step up the way I should, or even the way I want to, which is the way I should. It's just, those of you who know. And people who don't, that's okay too. It's no big deal. I ain't mad at nobody for not understanding the way somebody feels. But I think it's important that you understand that people feel a certain way. Not everybody's just okay all the time. And I think maybe people should check on people a little more. Maybe ask, how somebody's doing or whatever. Who's always nice to you. Maybe the nice person ain't always doing so good. Maybe the guy helping everybody ain't always, always doing so good. So it's good to ask, maybe, obviously the bully in school ain't got nobody to talk to, so you talk to him, you get a little, throw a female his way, he might relax a little bit. What's life without love, But I don't know, man. It's just you get down sometimes, man. If you're a normal person who has a heart and a conscience, sorry, and it just gets the best of me sometimes, and I act out, and I had, I had a pretty, I could have had a better weekend this weekend, and frankly, I could have had a better past few months. A lot of it, it's me. It's stuff I deal with, since I've been growing up, since I was a kid, stuff that I deal with and go through, trying to process, trying to just figure out which way is up or down sometimes, Sometimes it's all around feeling. It feels like you're getting attacked from all angles sometimes. But I create a lot of, I'm a scenario creator, I'll create a fucking scenario to get mad about. I don't give a fuck. I laugh now, but like I said, dude, if you ain't laughing, you ain't living. But it ain't right. It's terrible to be a scenario creator. You don't want to be that guy. You want to be that type of person. Guy, girl, whatever. Don't let some experience fucking create these scenarios in your head that things are always going to be bad, or there's just some damn problem going on all the time. Because maybe there ain't. Maybe you are overthinking shit a little bit. And that's okay too, because like I said, that's a survival thing. That's making sure that you're okay. But to some, I've seen like some people and some things, like it gets too far and it's too bad. It goes beyond being a mechanism of survival. It goes into being just a vicious way to attack someone. And usually it's someone you love or something. I've seen people just take out people they love, over created scenarios, hypotheticals, the what ifs, the possibilities, and I'm fall victim to that myself. Like I said, man, ain't no one safe. But I think it's being real with yourself, and I think it's being able to admit it and talk to others about it, and what they say, like to the junkies or whatever, when they go to damn rehab, it's like admitting you have a problem is the first step, right? Because if you can't admit you have a problem, you ain't gonna do anything else in the program. So if you can't admit that you fucking are an asshole, or admit that you are rude to people at your cashier job, and you just hate on people because they take too long to count their change, or they don't want to bust a 20 to make it faster for you to go on break sooner and longer and rip off more company time. It's, I don't know, I don't even know where I was going with that. I lost myself talking shit. It's late. It's literally like 8 after midnight. I'm gonna be at work in the morning. I just wanted to get on here and talk a little bit. I had a bad time, like I said, and just having something to talk, something to talk to a little bit helps. Makes you feel a lot better. You get past the, you feel like you're gonna get past that point of no return, but I think you are, and I think with anybody can, as bad as, my situation is shit compared to what other people's going through. And I ain't even barely fucking elaborated, got personal, touched the surface on nothing of what I'm going through. I'm speaking in generalities for 99% of this video. But, it does feel good, and I think it's a positive message to put out there, I think, for people, and I believe in that if you want to do better for yourself, you can, you have your own power, you hold your own power, and it's rough, man, it's rough out here in these streets, these life streets. You wonder all the time what the damn road's gonna be under construction, when all the time you was just flying that highway, cruise controlled that shit. Now all of a sudden they got orange signs up. Life threw some fucking signs up. Said you're going to have to yield here for 12 fucking miles. That's a long stretch, man. When you're flying 60, that ain't nothing. But when you all of a sudden gotta go 30, you know. So it just gives you something to think about, you know. It's just a rough world out there. It is, and it isn't easy for anybody. You know, just because you got may have been blessed with money or just all the fancies and all that stuff. You know, it's still hard for you too. I know that. There's different levels of it. It's never, it's not like just because you grew up rough or, you know, basically in general your whole life's been pretty rough, doesn't mean that, you know, you may have it mentally worse off than someone else who doesn't on the surface appear that way. I try not to appear that way. Also, I don't really hide and run from much of nothing. But also, you know, you don't want to just throw your whole everything out there. So, you know, I don't know. It's not easy, and it takes a lot to holler at somebody who maybe even you think has a problem with depression, or maybe, you know, you got a buddy who's fucking, you know, going through some shit, sad about something. You can just tell he's just been more dismal than usual. You know, it takes a lot to just be like, hey man, talk to me, you know. You gotta get past all that fucking being cool and being Mr. fucking cool shit. Being, you know, staying hard, you know, as they say in these streets. You know, act like you ain't got no fucking emotion, like you ain't a fucking man. There's all kind of, you know, there's all kind of men and people that do that stuff, and you ought not hide from your emotion. I'm telling you, because it'll eat you alive. It'll eat you alive like you killed a man in Utah and hid it. It'll eat you alive. And you know, you got to get that out there. You can't run from that emotion. You really can't. I think it's important that people address their emotion. Male or female, it ain't got nothing to do with that anymore. It's a different world we live in. You know, the world where my grandparents were raised, you know, things were different, things were looked at different, but in the same breath, I would still venture to say that those men shouldn't have held such a stone face. You know, they called him Stonewall Jackson for a reason. But, you know, you just don't want to live that fucking statue life like that, you know. You know, that carved ass fucking face where you always just, you're damn, so damn, you know, hardcore that nothing hurts you. You know, you can just watch fucking doggies get hit by cars all day and it doesn't bother you. Like, get the fuck out of here, man. What kind of soulless, you know, sorcery are we witnessing here? Like, I'm a damn softy, you know, when it comes to certain things. Especially doggies getting hit by cars. What a terrible thing to say. Why would I say that? I don't know. But, you know. Yeah, it's important. It's important to express. It's important to confide. It's important to understand. And it's important to respond. It's very important to respond. Say what you mean, but don't say it mean, you know. And that's a good one. But I'm going to get off here. It's 12:15. I like 6 hours. I'm going to be up 5.5 hours at this point. 4 when I get actually sleeping. I did it to myself, though. But I thank you guys for listening and watching. And it's 24 minutes right now, something like that for the video. So I hope you watch all the way through, and I hope you know, take a deep breath and confide and, you know, respond and don't be afraid to help somebody. Don't be afraid to talk to somebody, you know. Don't be afraid to don't ever think that somebody don't need talking to, you know. The mechanic's car always needs fixed. But, with that, you know, this isn't exactly a podcast of the VanNote Show, but it's just a little something I wanted to do because I felt like I needed to express a little bit, and actually, I literally do feel lighter. I really do. I feel fucking better. Like, I feel like I'm going to go in there and I'm going to sleep better than I was going to had I just came in and just, like, laid there in my thoughts and dwelled in them in some kind of dark pool of depression water, you know, almost like in my bed. So, of sweat water was what it'd be, 'cause it's fucking hot in there. But anyway, yeah, thank you guys very much, and keep your heads up.